Hello and welcome to Ask Dr. Monica, space dedicated to you if you resonate with using your daily life as your spiritual practice. Today we are going to dedicate this episode to a topic that I think is popular, especially at these times, like from all the emails that I receive. Loneliness, abandonment was something that many people were feeling during this holiday season. Families, memories, dynamics, that get activated. So I decided let's explore how can we relate with loneliness or abandonment from a place of true empowerment, instead of allowing this frequency, this consciousness to diminish our power, to be the victims of it, to run away, to have to manipulate our lives, to have to figure out ways of getting rid of loneliness or abandonment. This is a big topic and is one of the most deep, conditioned, crystallized, dense consciousness that we can encounter, we can embrace. That will be the ability that I want to offer you today, and then can be released. Loneliness and abandonment is kind of, how I want to explain that, like, let's say that, when you don't know who you truly are in your essence, you feel like separated from source. You think you are separated from source. You think you are something else than who you truly are. And as a humanity, as a human beings, we experience this for thousands of years, millions of years, being unconscious of our true nature. And now we are all waking up. And what means to wake up? To wake up means to let go, to release the illusion, the falseness of separation. It is an illusion, and until you wake up, you are going to experience that as a reality, in quotes, and you will create and attract and experience a lot of moments where you can feel this kind of experiences. Lonely, abandoned, rejected, all turning around to the same kind of concept. Meaning that you are thinking unconsciously, now you become conscious of, but you are thinking that you are separated from source. And from separation, you can only generate separation. And this is important because you can engage with loneliness or abandonment. We will talk later a little more about that, but from this kind of frequency, this kind of experiences or emotions or frequency, really is consciousness crystallized in that concept or idea of separation. We relate with that consciousness from our own mind that believes that is separated from source, from our true nature. What we are going to do is that we are going to judge that experience. We are going to separate. We are going to want to separate ourselves from that experience. No, mind is going to tell you, I don't like to feel lonely, or I don't like to feel abandoned or rejected. Pretty much in the same topic here, okay? So let's explore, what happens if you say, I don't like to feel lonely, and I'm going to do anything possible here to don't feel lonely. And yes, it's going to work temporary. You can really use, distractions and getting busy with other things, trying to never be alone, always busy. We all survive with that kind of strategies, but the truth is that maybe you are ready today to liberate yourself from that kind of identification or attachment. Maybe you're ready today to wake up from this concept of being separated, abandoned or rejected, alone, separated, abandoned, rejected, pretty much the same kind of experience, let's say. And what I discovered for myself here is that it's very easy to engage from our minds, and then we are going to say, I don't like this, or I don't want to feel this, or I'm going to do anything. But there is a moment where it's your time, I will say, and then you are going to say, okay, this is showing up again and again. Every time that I, connect with my family, memories come up, or every time that I, we like to have an intimate relationship, that can come up, or, if that comes up into your life, what that means is like there is loneliness experience in your consciousness, in your subconsciousness mind, okay? And if that frequency is there, that frequency vibrates, that you are an energetic vibrational being here, so that energy vibrates and is going to attract experiences for you to feel that feeling so you can let it go. Now, this is very easy to say, and again, is a choice. It's something that you cannot pretend. When is your moment, is your moment. Are you ready to transcend the mental busyness of fixing yourself, fixing your life, judging this, getting rid of this, or whatever? And are you ready to embody more and more and engage with whatever experience shows up in your experience, in your life, okay, from a place of presence, from a place of silence, from a place of respect for that energy, from a place of love, capital letters. Love, capital letters, has nothing to do with I like or I don't like. Love, capital letters, has all to do with becoming one with what is, with embracing what is. And when you allow who you truly are, that is love, to relate, to embrace with loneliness, for example, you are going to discover that loneliness melts in your presence. Now, if you don't allow yourself to be grounded here and you keep engaging from your mind, okay, mind is going to tell you, the separated mind, okay, the ego mind, the mind that we identify with, let's say, is going to tell you that to feel lonely is not pleasant, that's not good, we can escape it, let's fix it, and being busy. And what happens is that you reject the loneliness, and I don't know if you have heard that, whatever you reject persists, okay? So at one point it's going to come up, and loneliness or abandonment or any other kind of these energies, let's say, are really here to teach you, to awake you up, to wake you up, to awake you, and to teach you who you truly are. So the question that we have for today is, can you see the difference between engaging, let's choose loneliness, let's choose, one concrete experience that can be, that you feel very lonely, disconnected, lonely, the way I feel it myself when I feel that, if I feel it, but it's like, it's a sense of coldness inside, it's dark, is unpleasant for the mind, okay, that tries to, look for pleasure all the time and satisfaction, fabricated, by the way, okay, but is not unpleasant for your presence. The more you can develop your presence, the more ability you will have to embrace whatever shows up in your presence. So let's say that you want to welcome loneliness when you feel it, okay? And you become very aware of the experience and you offer the space, the permission to this energy. You're going to become very aware that this energy of loneliness is going to tell you a lot of stories of loneliness. It's like this energy, suddenly loneliness, takes over your mind and start to bring up memories of loneliness, start to bring up stories that are very sad because loneliness in you, or you see someone lonely, or you start to really be in this world of loneliness, okay? And the difference between, again, engaging from your mind is that you are going to reject it, you are going to separate from, because that mind that you are engaging from is a separated mind, in quotes, or you welcome it into your heart. And the ability to do that is the ability to feel it, to release it, you have to feel it. And the more you run away, the more it's going to, let's say, persecute you, or come behind you in the most unexpected moment. Boom, it's here, right? So my invitation to you is to honor all the aspects of yourself, and this lonely aspect, separated aspect, that runs a big show in our suffering or painful world, let's say, can be released, but has to begin in you and has to begin by relating with it from your heart, from your presence, not from your judgment, not from I don't like, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. There is something bigger than this kind of separated mind. And if you notice, this separated mind is going to separate constantly. That's why it's so important to transcend and to become aware of these dialogues that these energies bring up, and to detach. The fact that you see them, that you become aware of them, that aspect of you that is aware of them, is permission, is peace, is love, really. And when you engage from that presence that you are, this movement, this frequency, this density, this falseness, let's say, melt in your presence. And what happened is, something that was pain in the beginning for you, to feel lonely, okay, becomes your gift. Why? Because that loneliness, to hold it there, to experience loneliness, you have to fabricate it. You have to think lonely, separated thoughts. So you use a lot of energy to keep experiencing something like that. So when you engage from your presence, you engage in silence, in permission, in acceptance, in compassion, that's who you truly are, that energy can melt, and all this energy that was used to maintain and crystallize this perception and this experience becomes part of your power. It's like that energy goes back to source, that is who you are, and you have more, or you are more, difficult to say in words here, but you are more who you truly are. So this is the process, from suffering, from loneliness, to realize the amazing gift, capital letters, that loneliness can be to you if you choose, okay, to do the journey, to wake up spiritually, and to do the journey where you meet, you encounter that loneliness, you face it, you stop and you really feel it with permission. And that permission, that love, capital letters, that compassion, that respect for these energies, okay, is what brings the truth up, is what makes this falseness to melt, because you don't nurture it anymore. You really have to hold it and nurture it, okay, to keep existing in your experience. But as soon as you engage from your presence, you bring space, you detach from it, you start to grow more and more in presence. So these aspects of yourself can be easily embraced, can be easily transformed into their true nature, that we all are here, that is pure light and love and fulfillment and magnificence, that we don't even know how to conceive it mentally. So the invitation for this week is to make peace with these moments of you experiencing loneliness or abandonment or rejection as your spiritual path. Not that something that the outside world is bringing to you, is that you are bringing that to you to grow in who you truly are. And again, you can escape, prolong the agony, or you can face it right here and right now. I do hope that this episode can support you to engage differently with whatever it is that you are experiencing right now. And I know that, these holidays, could bring a lot of, abandonment and memories of people that you lost, or relationships that you lost, or maybe things that you want that you don't have. But if you come inside and say, okay, what is the experience of it? Not only the thinking, come down into your body, okay? What is the experience of it, and how can I embrace this? How can I embrace this so this can go back to source again? and we are more and more free and more who we truly are. Thank you so much for your attention. I just love to see if I can support you with all these questions that I come in. I think the general topic really was about this pain, and something that is painful to you is only because you're rejected, When I say you, very unconsciously, but we judge it, we push it away, And the invitation today is, what if I start to engage with whatever it is that I'm experiencing from a place of total surrendering, love, capital letters, and acceptance, if you don't know what love is, just to accept what shows up in your awareness, in your experience. So keep sending your questions to ask@drmonica.com so we can really do this journey together, empower each other here, and to finally embody our true nature, fully radiating who we truly are right here and now. I love you. Have a good week.